Alright, so here's something that we need to take a look at here. So another way of looking at this from a retail perspective would be pound made a double bottom, but Swiss made a higher low. Here, you've got Swiss has made pound's made a higher high, but Swiss's higher high is not as high as pounds. You can see it's not as steep, which would tell us right there from this point that our pound Swiss is now, in theory, becoming positive. Where is that? And this gives you the same as moving averages, right? So you can see this change here. What it's showed you there in Swiss is more of a dramatic squeeze here. Forget about the white one, right? This here. Pound's got this sort of gap here. It's more of a drop. You can see it. So that would be the same on the indicators. So you don't need the moving averages. You can just look at price. It tells you the same thing. So now that means from there, we're in theory on this time fractal that we're viewing, we are on the correct side from about here. Now if we go up a time frame, we can do the same thing again. And this is where I think we need to start getting our minds to going to, because when I go back and I look at all my homework, I have all this information on cheap, undervalued and all this. I seem to be an expert on getting these bottoms within a massive trend, but we're missing this part. We need to be selling here and holding for down here, not buying these and these to go up here. We need to be adding, and boom. This is what we need to be doing. How do we possibly do that, guys? Well, we have to trust in time, and we need to get on these larger cycles. I mean, it's totally cool if we want to go take these trades on these 1 minute charts, but we should have this planned out as well. And what happens is we see all this happening fast, we get all our information down, we start drawing things, the story unfolds, but we seem to forget about this story that's still in existence. And that seems to be what we're doing. So we have to work on this. And I believe this video tonight may put us into that direction, because we can then start moving up and doing the same thing here. Look, we've got and we have to look at these, right? That's how, instead of focusing down here on this local stuff, we're experts at that because we don't have patience for this. This is the problem. I don't. Maybe some of you guys do. If you guys have got the patience for all of this, then go ahead. Be my guest. But that's something I don't have. I want to be able to turn this on and treat it like an ATM. Do a session or two, press withdraw. You know, withdraw every 24 hours basically. Do a bit of New York, a bit of Asia, see what happens. So if we were just to think about the time cycles here, you'd have a dollar down move, But how would that get us, right? Because if that's the move, right? Well, hang on, let's look at it here. Yeah, so that's the move. We need, if it is coming down, we need to be selling here. If it is a massive buy on a 4 hour, for example, like here, well, those 4 hour guys are already looking at here. If there are 4 hour guys, the people, the machines, God that's controlling this is already working on this if it is going up, and it's totally cool with it coming back into here, spending another week coming back into here, coming back into here. It's totally cool with that, and then boom. While we're messing around on here, we should be sat back relaxed thinking this is our whole area. I don't know if that makes sense, but so if we were to think about this, we got it's just a massive move up. We don't like the pullback. It would be easier if we could do this up here. So to do it from here, we need to think of this, right? And to think of this, to use this, to do this, every time price comes here, we need to consider this and consider this. Knowing that this, if there's a situation, can bring it back up here, putting all of this back. So what do we see right here? We see dollar and yen are about the same. Swiss again is a little stronger, so that's got more room down, less room up if it does go up. CAD's similar again to these guys. So we don't have really a CAD. You know, there's not really anything going on right off the bat. Let's keep going. Pound, same deal. See, we haven't even talked about the moving averages. We're just looking at this right now. We don't need to. We can just do this on the highs. We can see the same thing. They've all done about the same type of move, which puts us into the same area here. So they're roughly the same. But then we can add them up to see if that is the truth. New Zealand's a considerable amount up here. Now, to find out if that's the truth, we need to see 1900. Oh, we know Swiss is the other one. $4,000. So Swiss is the one. Even though on the moving averages they look, you know, pretty close where they are. Again though, this has only just appeared. When here you can see it the whole time. You remember when the further we have to squeeze down is when we start to see it. So when you can't see it, you initially see it appear here when you squeeze down, and then it works its way over. So right there you can see that is double its speed just in the moving averages, because you can see the moving average the whole way. This gives you a 2,000 point move. This you can only see half of it, gives you a 4,000 point move. So that's how we have to understand what these indicators are. So your move would be pound Swiss. If the LFX index continues up on this 4-hour time frame, Swiss has already gone up a huge amount. Pound is right at it, but you can see less than Swiss. But really, I think a really good one is pound Swiss Aussie, to be honest with you. Swiss Aussie would be the best. So do we have the patience for that? You know, it's like we have to enter now, and then we have to wait for it to come all the way back round, and then all that. It's like, dude, I barely have enough time, patience for this Swiss roll, like 2-day roll. You're telling me if we do this 4-hour time frame, we've got to do this. Come back a week later, add another one. Come back another week later, add another one. Like, I don't have the patience for that. That's not really what I signed up to. So we have to focus on these, and then we have to get our focus somehow shifted to the same deal, and happy to go in reverse once we get up here, because we're always so concentrated on this part here loading up, but then really, is this the next part that's happening? Well, pound Swiss, no, I mean, it's the chances are it's probably going to go into chop. Yeah, but that's into chop onto this time frame. On another guy's time frame, he's seeing it totally different perspective. He may be, remember, he could be looking at here, zoomed into here, or here with these, or extended out there, because he may have a bigger screen and he may be viewing this section here. So he's got another perspective altogether, and then he's looking at that relative to everything else, obviously. So we got this 7800 here, but our minds made us forget about that, and we forgot to continue working there, and we're now up here with a whole new figure. But at least we're remaining consistent with our approach to this. It has not changed. It's just becoming more advanced, or developed would be a better term. But since I don't have the patience for that right now, we're going to go back to our trusted friend, the 1 minute, and we're going to continue on there, because that, at least we can stay in tune with it. For me, anyway. I don't know if some of you guys literally have the patience to do all this on a 4-hour time frame. That's just unbelievably crazy. I have no idea. I can see right here. We can see we've got a lower low in Swiss. Check this out. This is cool. So we can see the lower low here in Swiss. We can see there's a double bottom in pound, which means to us visually, without taking any of the numbers, measuring any of this stuff, that our Swiss, wherever that is, during that same period of time, I know it's ridiculous that I keep saying that, but this is exactly what this is. What do we have here? We've got a move up, exactly. So obviously no surprise. We'll just keep rolling. CAD double bottom. So we can do the exact same thing right here as we just did. Double bottom. Now watch this. And we'll try to localize this and find a crazy local trade, because we've been stuck in this larger cycle because it's just where it's taken us. Let's see here. Double bottom again, LFX average. Average euro sideways, same thing. Pound sideways. So that is a good sign, I suppose. Perhaps we can use that as another piece of hidden knowledge that we never gained before until the observation of this during this video or recording is what we've seen is the average has gone sideways, but Swiss was indeed the only one to present a lower figure or print. You can see here New Zealand also sideways in that tiny area. Well, that is convenient because we are looking for some type of up move, and because the average is sideways, that means that the LFX has done nothing. It's been neutral. So the Swiss need to come back. Well, it can do, because if they end up going up, Swiss yen's going to want to go up slightly. You could have a day where Swiss goes down and they go sideways and some of them go up. But ultimately the same phenomenon will eventually happen where the Swiss will come back and meet them all again. So that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to find that spread. That's why they call it spread betting. That's really all we're doing here, is spread betting. Alternatively, we could have a situation where the LFX does go down, appearing like it's following the Swiss because the Swiss was the first to go, and the Swiss has moved more. Now look, they're catching it up. So how's that doing for the pound Swiss? In theory, that should be our pound Swiss has gone sideways since that point. It has, nothing's happened. So here, look at this.
It's a Mexican rule, interesting.
All this stuff here, as you can see the serpent right there, the red and the blue. So, truth, are you kidding me, guys? Listen to this guy talk, right? He's pretending to help the truckers, right? This is false hope. We all know where this is going. Listen to this guy.
Forgot? People who drive trucks keep this economy on track. Help us live the lives that we do to show our gratitude, to say thank you, and also not just to say it with our words, but say it with action.
It's another politician. You can see right through him. He's full of shit, okay? This guy is acting right now. This is a script. He's rehearsed it. He's a salesperson. Period. He doesn't give a shit. Okay? He was the same corrupted criminals as the rest of them. Do not fall for any of these new right-wing false saviors. They are no different. The only thing they will be doing is delivering you brain implants. Of course they're going to be delivering you brain implants, guys. Remember, this guy is supposed to be the next right-hand man of Trump. Remember, we discussed this in 2019, before any of this shit went down. What did we discuss? Trump will be removed, Biden will take his place, Trump returns in 2024. Now we're seeing the same stuff again. What they're going to do here is they're going to get the right wing, the people that figured out, okay, masks didn't work, all this stuff, but they're still voting, okay? Those guys haven't figured this out. They're still giving this nonsense energy just like I'm doing now. I shouldn't even talk about this, but someone has to. So what's going to happen? The masses are going to fall for it. They're going to think they got saved. They always want to be on a team. They can't say I'm okay if Man United wins. I'm okay if Chelsea wins. I don't mind. I'm happy with the outcome. They gotta be on a team. So now these criminals show up, and they repackage it, rebrand it. It's just like any other business. That's all they've done here. This is Trump's campaign. So they're gonna have him, and he is the what? He's the investor in Neuralink. They're all scheduled to bring that in later in 2030 when the holograms come and replace the cell phones.